Please subscribe and share this video with your friends.
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to episode number 12.
Wow.
I know.
Seriously?
It's so exciting. And we are doing something really super duper special for episode number 12. We are taking live callers.
Yay.
And we're really excited. So let's just get started right away. We have a caller on the line.
Okay.
Who do we have?
Hi, Marni.
Hi, what's your name?
Angelica.
Hi, Angelica. What can we do for you today?
I have a question. I started dating someone new, and I think it's going really well, but I was wondering how I can tell if he's interested and ready for a long-term relationship.
Oh, that's such a good question, Angelica.
Is the guy ready? Hi, Angelica. It's Christian. How are you?
Hi, Kristen.
Hey, what's going on?
So here's the thing, Angelica. A couple things. One is everybody in their life goes through basically 4 cycles of change throughout their life. And what happens sometimes is, your love life is going through one stage of change and your job is over here doing really great, or something's going on with your family, whatever it is. So all the time you've got all these different balls up in the air. And the first thing that happens when you start to head into a cycle of change is what we call the toss-in. Imagine like you were, playing cards and you lost the hand, and so you just throw down your cards and you toss it in. You're quitting that game. You're throwing it in. And what happens during this time is that you realize that you have not been successful doing what you've been doing in your life. It's not working. And so you come to a place where you have to decide whether you want to continue doing that again, or you start to reevaluate your life, your behaviors, what's going on, and you move into the second stage, which is the shuffle. So when you have the cards, you're like, stand the shuffle, and you start to think about, what do I want to do with my life? So men and women go through the toss-in. So what's a great example for a guy of a toss-in?
Well, I think a lot of guys where you might have the experience that you're dating, a guy, you're getting more involved, you're not sure, like Angelica is dealing with. And here's the signs if he hasn't had the toss-in. It's that if he's still acting like a boy, he's still playing around. If he doesn't seem like, there just comes a time in a man's life when he has his crash. And that's his toss-in. When he's been kind of living the dream, he's been in a glorified adolescence, he's been having a great time, he's got his job, he's been getting attention from girls, he's been having fun, then all of a sudden something happens. I don't know what it is. It might be the loss of a job. It might be just overall confusion, loss of purpose.
Maybe his best friend moves away that he used to go out with, or maybe his best friend gets a girlfriend, or something
where he just
happens.
feels a bit alone, just feels he can't really do everything on his own, and he's lost sort of his safety network. That's a crash and can lead to mild depression, all this stuff. Anyways, when that happens, the guy realizes he can't do it on his own. And these little floozies that he's hanging out with and just hanging out with on Fridays and Saturday nights, maybe on a Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, is not going to cut it. He needs something much more substantial. He starts to really evaluate his relationship with women.
Right.
That he needs more of a partner, more of something to give to, and to really explore those manly traits of wanting to provide, wanting to be the man in the relationship, because that builds his identity. These are things that you need to be looking out for in this guy, that Angelica needs to be looking out for this guy that she's dating. Is he really showcasing these characteristics? Because if he hasn't really had that crash, or hasn't thrown in his cards, there's a chance where he just might want to keep on playing like a boy.
Exactly.
And not feel the need to get something substantial in his life, because he doesn't need it. Because I got all these girls, I'm having fun, I'm doing stuff.
For me, I actually had that moment. I mean, I was just dating around, and my mom got really sick, and ultimately, unfortunately, she died. And when she died, I saw that she'd been married to my dad, and I realized it was this 45-year marriage, and I thought, for me, I was kind of afraid of losing my independence. And so that's why I was kind of hesitating to be in a relationship, because I didn't understand that I could be independent and also be in a relationship. But when my mom died, that was when that was my toss-in. I thought, I really have to take a look at, what do I really want in my life? I really want a partner, so I have to make sacrifices and start to really look at myself and how I can change myself. And that's when I started to do the shuffle and started to really think about, where am I going? Who am I going with? How am I living my life? What am I willing to give up? So it can happen for different reasons, and it happens to men and to women. But the bottom line, Angelica, is this. If your guy is acting like a boy, not a man, then he's probably not ready for a long-term relationship. And if you're a guy and you're dating someone who's a girl, who's trying to be aloof or play hard to get or play games with you or not being communicative, then she's probably a girl and not a woman. And a relationship will work if you have a man and a woman
Mm-hmm.
who are ready to be in a mature, emotionally present, fulfilling relationship, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, totally agree.
All
Totally
right.
agree.
Angelica, we hope we helped you, and we will talk to you next week at the Dating Dignity Den.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.